Good afternoon. This is Stephen Lewis coming at you from Whitehall, Arkansas. I'm going to be talking today about the problem of scale, government, governance, and the challenge of size. The problem of scale is one of the oldest and most enduring challenges in political theory and the history of governance. As a state grows in size, whether in territory or population, does this government become better or worse at meeting the needs of its people? This is not an abstract question. It has shaped the rise and fall of empires, the design of constitutions, and the ongoing debates over centralization and local control that continue to define political life today. The historiographical debate has deep roots. Montesquieu, writing in 1748 in the spirit of the laws, argued that Republican government was naturally suited only to small states. Large empires, he contended, could be governed only through despotism because the distance between rulers and ruled made responsive governance impossible. A large republic would fragment into factions or collapse under its own administrative weight. For Montesquieu, scale was the enemy of liberty. James Madison directly challenged this in Federalist Number 10 in 1787, turning Montesquieu's argument on its head. Madison contended that an extended republic was actually more stable and more just than a small one. In a large republic, he reasoned, factions would multiply and cancel each other out, preventing any single interest from seizing power. Scale for Madison was not a liability, but a structural safeguard. The very size of the American Republic would be its protection. This tension, call it the Montesquieu-Madison divide, defined Western political thought for nearly 2 centuries. The historical record offers evidence for both positions. Rome expanded until it could no longer administer its own periphery. Yet the United States demonstrated that a large republic could, under the right conditions, sustain responsive self-government. In 1973, political scientists Robert Dahl and Edward Tufte undertook one of the most systematic empirical examinations of this question in size and democracy. Drawing on comparative data from nations across the globe, they found that neither Montesquieu nor Madison was entirely correct. Their research identified a fundamental trade-off. Smaller political units tend to offer greater citizenship participation and responsiveness. People feel heard and accountability is direct, but they possess limited capacity to address large-scale problems like national defense or economic crisis. Larger units command the resources to tackle complex challenges, but at the cost of distance and diminished civic engagement. Dahl and Tufte concluded that no single optimal size exists for democratic governance. The challenge of scale is at its core a problem of reconciling competing values, the desire for citizen participation, and the need for governmental capacity. What this historiographical arc reveals is that the problem of scale is not merely technical, it is deeply political. It is about who has voice, whose needs are prioritized, and how governments balance proximity against power. Rome built elaborate provincial bureaucracies to manage distance. Medieval Europe devolved authority to feudal lords and city-states. The architects of the American Republic embedded scale directly into the constitutional structure through federalism, a layered system of national, state, and local government designed to capture the benefits of both size and smallness. Madison's insight was that scale could be structured rather than simply endured. Yet the ongoing American debates over federal mandates and states' rights confirm that the Montesquieu-Madison tension never truly resolves. It finds new expression in every generation. The problem of scale is a permanent condition of political life, not a puzzle to be solved, but a tension to be managed. From Montesquieu's warnings to Madison's rebuttal, from Rome's overreach to Dahl and Tuft's empirical findings, history consistently shows that size shapes governance in profound ways. Effective government requires deliberate structural choices about how authority is distributed across levels. Understanding those trade-offs is essential for anyone seeking to understand why governments succeed or fail in meeting the needs of the people they serve. Thank you. Have a good day.